everyone, my name is Matt Philly and welcome to my setup tour. Before I get into that, I want to quickly say Happy New Year. This is my first video of 2018. I hope you're all doing well. I hope 2017 was good and I hope 2018 is even better. Yeah, it's been a bit with my channel and I've just been kind of going through the whole I don't really want to do it. My channel didn't do well in 2017. It's because I was extremely unmotivated. I wasn't having a good time and that really reflected in my content. So hopefully I do more high quality content this year and not content like last year. So we'll get into that in another video. I don't want to waste any time. This video is going to be pretty long. I just want to preface that just so you know. If you want to skip to the actual setup portion, I will leave a timestamp in the description along with a link to every product you see. And real quick, if you can follow my social media, that would be greatly appreciated. My Twitter is @MattPhilly and also @SwashinTV. The Swashin TV account I'm constantly tweeting on, keeping you up to date on stuff, so I would appreciate a follow there. And I'd like to have a conversation. If you have any questions about my setup, tweet it there. I will reply. I also really like Instagram. You can follow that @Fizzy, and my Snapchat is Swashin. I use both of those pretty often. You can also follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/MattPhilly, and even use my Facebook page, which has over 40,000 members, called Setup Addicts. Go to setupaddicts.com. It will redirect you right there. You can share your setup, get feedback. It's a really cool place. I like it. It's fun, so check it out. All those links are going to be down below in the description. And without further ado, here is a vlog style walkthrough of my room. Cut to the fucking clip. Well, this is a pretty common occurrence here. Hey Dexter, how you doing? He's always laying on my bed, and if it's not him, it's my little kitty cat Cooper, which I don't think I've shown him on the channel yet, but maybe he'll show up. So hey, I guess we'll start here. This is my bed. If you remember, I got a Casper mattress a year back, 2 years, I don't know. Still have it, and it's great. I actually really do like it, not just because it was sponsored. And then, yes, this is just a random pink ball that I throw at my cat, and I throw it at my wall because it's fun. But yeah, they say something about, like, you know, having a lot of pillows means you're lonely, so I can actually confirm that is true. So that's why I have so many damn pillows, but when I lay here at night, they're all like all over the place. So this is queen. I used to have king, and the king really took up a lot of space. My room is not that big at all, so yeah, the queen is kind of a little overboard, but I like it. It's super comfortable. So yeah, that's that. Over here is my first of two fatheads. This is my newer one. It is vlogtracker.com. Check it out. I have the Twitter handle vlog. Pretty cool story. I'm not going to get too much into that right now, but now you know. I am going to turn these on soon, but give me a second. Before I do that, I know it's weird. It's like a porn studio having soft boxes over my bed, but just give me a second here. So anyways, over here, starting in this corner, we have, this is old. This is like, oh, I don't know. Whenever the Xbox One came out, like 2013, maybe? That's actually what that is from. I did live coverage, backpack, had a MacBook Air in it, had a C920, and we did coverage at different Best Buys. Super cool. That was always fun, but of course it sucked balls. But anyways, up here we have some pop vinyls. These are only 6 of probably the, I don't even know how many I have. Like, I have so many more in the shed, but yeah, anyways. And then up here we have more. It's not enough to fill it out, but I don't want to take any from the shed right now. And yeah, cool. So blackout curtains. Hi, you can see me. If you don't have blackout curtains, you need to get them because they just make life so much easier, especially if you want to try to fall asleep and it's super bright out. You do that. So congratulations. There you go. And then over here, this is of course where I keep my clothes, you know, because I'm all about fashion. And then over here is probably the weirdest corner, so we'll just start with that. This is, you know, an old school. A funny story about this one, actually. I was working at Best Buy at the time, and this person, this old lady, tried to come in and recycle this. And I was like, first off, that's nice. You want to recycle and be nice. But you know what? I'm going to steal it. So I did. I took it, and best decision ever. It still works. It's awesome, so that's cool. Over here, a lot of funny inside jokes and stuff. If you remember, this is Sigmund, I don't know, based off the Signum. This is the flamingo that we adopted a while back. And then there was a lot of Elmo jokes because I used to be able to do Elmo's voice pretty well. Not anymore. And then I'm a big Disney fan, so say what you will. Throw some hate in the comments. It's all good. Now, in this closet, oh God, I'm not going to open it. It's just there's a lot of stuff in there. That's where I keep my drone and a lot of my gear and a lot of other stupid stuff, but I'm not going to open it. Speaking of gear, down here I do have my backpack. I bring this with me whenever I do shoots and stuff like that, and then I have my crane. This I just got recently, so I've been leaving it here because I've been testing it out, so I really do like that. But anyways, let's move on over to the more exciting stuff. We have to talk about this, of course, and this. But before we do that, let's talk about this. I'm going to turn the TV on, just, I want to make it look a little more presentable. And of course, I have to put Magic Kingdom on because I'm a big Disney guy. But anyways, speaking of Disney, looking up here, of course, I have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of Disney Pop vinyls. And then actually, this is super cool. This is 3D printed. This is what you'll see when you enter Magic Kingdom. It's here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. Very cool. And this was, like I said, 3D printed and gifted to me by my Reddit Secret Santa. So really, really awesome. That whole story was pretty cool because it was delayed. So the person went to Disneyland and like sent me some stuff from that. It was really cool. If you ever have a chance to do Reddit Secret Santa, I highly recommend it. It was definitely worth it. And more Disney stuff over here. This photo, I'm like insanely proud of, and it was taken off of my iPhone 6s Plus back last year in March, and I mean, that's super cool. It's not long exposure, it's nothing like that. It was just pure luck. And just look the highlights off the heads, and just, oh, super cool. Really, really like that. And then over here, this is 2014 maybe. My dopey ass stupid face, and I didn't just piss on my stomach or anything like that. I was on Splash Mountain. This is like 1 a.m. in the morning, extra magic hours, so yeah, cool. And then over here on the door is my Mustang. I don't have it anymore because the lease is up. That's a whole story with, like, my brother had it and then he didn't really care for it and he swapped out. So instead of just killing that lease, I took over the lease for the remainder. And I'm actually filming this on Friday night, and Saturday I go to pick up my new car. Yay! So I really like that. It wasn't a 5.0 or anything like that. Nothing too crazy. Didn't sound insane. It's an EcoBoost, but it was a 2015 and it was in the sexiest color ever. Go check my Instagram for more photos of it. I really, 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 really enjoyed driving that around. And I know a lot of people, Ford, oh my god, Ford sucks, but you do you, man. I enjoyed it. A lot of fun. This right here is an Insignia 50-inch TV. Nothing crazy, but this is playing a YouTube video off Chromecast, and I know it gets all that weird discoloration, the warping and stuff, but it looks so good. And it's Insignia, so it's a Best Buy brand. I worked at Best Buy for a long time, and Insignia, it's Insignia. It's not anything crazy. So I don't really watch TV. I rarely play games on my TV, but when I do, this is a nice addition to have. I watch a lot of football on here. I don't really watch anything else. Maybe if something crazy is going on, I'll watch it, but for the most part, this is just Chromecast and whatever else I got going on. Now, these cables over here, I used to have a wire mold going down, but I took it off because I was changing cables out, so I plan on fixing that soon. But for now, it's not like the end of the world. I'm not going to start crying because there's no wire mold. I know I always make fun of that on Pimp My Setup, but you know what? Suck it. So anyways, over here, this is usually like super, super, super busy, but I really just cleaned it up the other day because I'm filming this. Over here we have the Aura box from Divoom. I have no goddamn idea, but this just does pixel art. Really, what a waste of money. It's normally like 40 bucks. I think it's 40 bucks, 40, 50 bucks. I thought it would be a lot cooler. It does have Bluetooth. It is a speaker. It does have customization. You can make your own pixel art, but yeah, it's just, you can even see the LEDs are like getting burned in because it's just been playing Tetris for God knows how long. So eventually this will just explode, and that sucks. Over here we do have my GH4. I really had made some of the worst decisions ever with camera gear. I have a GH4. I'm holding an RX 100 Mark V. I have a Sony a6300. I have a Canon 80D. You can tell I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I really need to choose one family, stick there, buy good lenses. I also need to learn how to actually use a camera before I keep wasting money. But that's sitting there because it normally would be sitting down here, but I've been using that to film some of these shots, so that's that. And then over here, sorry if it sounds like I'm out of breath, I'm like really fat, so it's like, it's a lot of work for me. It's probably the most I moved in a few months, but this right here is the Lumetric Time. Very, very cool. They sent one out to me. I didn't do the goddamn review like with a lot of products I have. But I want to give a shout out to them for sending this out. I'm gonna leave a link to it down below. This thing's absolutely sick. My favorite thing about this is I can actually watch my YouTube stats just crumble to the ground. So what I'll do is when I really hate myself, I'll actually sit here, I'll grab some tea, you know, sipping on that, and then I'll actually watch my subs just drop. 332 days to Christmas, no one gives a damn. Oh no, rain, oh my god. And then, here we go. So, I should be at 176. I mean, my channel's been dead for God knows how long. So, just sitting here watching my Twitter count, my Instagram, all that drop is, it does something to you. And over here, I think this sign is from Vintagely. I don't even know. My dad told me about it. It was like 30 some odd bucks. Took a bit to get here, but super cool. The wire on it, just the wiring in general, the chain, it's really pretty stupid how it's done, but it's super damn cool and super affordable. So I just like it. It looks cool under here. And when you're at the right angle, you don't even see the damn top. So I like it. I'll leave a link to that down below if you want to get a custom one. They also have some pre-made ones. Pretty cool. And then of course over here we do have a New York Giants helmet. I am a Giants fan, which I know after this season you could say whatever you want, but we got a new coach. We got rid of Jerry Reese. Things are looking up. Eli Manning's still good. I don't care what you guys say. But yeah, so that's cool. I like that. Now down here is sort of like some of the camera gear that I have. Again, terrible decisions have been made, but I really do enjoy the Canon 80D when it comes to photography, which is something I've been trying to get into, but I'm not great at all. And then, again, I want to get better lenses. I don't really have great lenses. This is the 50-1.8. And of course, we have the 10-18, the 18-135, which is basically a kit lens, but the extended version. And then we have a Tamron, which is very old. It's from my dad. I have a Yongnuo flash over here, and then I have two Rode mics. Or red mics, I don't really give a shit. And yeah, I mean, I just have a lot. Like, this is just a very little bit. So I really need to figure out my life, but I'll figure it out soon. Now this one is just extremely random. So these figures, first off, let me just say, if you have never seen a Jada metal figure, you're welcome, because these things are super sick. And the best part is they're extremely cheap. This I got for about $5. These two together, I'm not even a big ass fan of this stuff, I'm being honest. These two together, I think I paid like $8, which is really great. And this paid maybe $6. So overall, I mean, they're like heavy as hell. Like, this really is like super, super awesome because they don't fall over because they're so damn heavy. I really like it. Check it out. I found most of these at Target. They do a lot of different deals and stuff on them. And the best part is they've been releasing out a lot lately. They just started doing Disney ones, so, you know, it's not going to be good for me, but definitely check them out. I really, really like them. And then over here, I just have some other Star Wars stuff. I'm a big fan of K2SO. As you can see over here, I got the pop vinyl. I really liked Rogue One. I thought it was pretty good. I gotta be honest, though. If you look in the shed, I have a lot of Star Wars stuff. Not a big fan of The Last Jedi. I don't care what people say. It just, yeah, whatever. So let me know if you agree or disagree down below in the comments. And over here, this is Bethany Moda. She's a YouTuber with like 10 million subs or something crazy like that. I just think she's hot as hell. So I bought her book. It's signed, you know, it's just kind of by chance, which is pretty awesome. But, you know, if I had to choose one person right now to marry, Bethany Moda, hit me up. Let's go on a date. I know it's actually kind of creepy. But anyways, this one just has my Xbox One S. And now I know the white is just obviously not really something that would fit this whole entertainment setup, but this is back like last Christmas, I think. There was a Black Friday deal that I just decided to pick up to upgrade my Xbox One Day 1 edition, and it was too good not to pass up, and I don't even play the damn things. Yeah. My mom was right. She's like, why are you buying that? I'm like, I don't know. Then this is just a Millennium Falcon Bluetooth speaker, but I don't use it for that because why the hell would you use that? And then, of course, the K2SO pop vinyl. And finally, this one just has my set-top box and then some stuff that I just got from Spigen. You would know about this if you were following me on Snapchat. My username is swashin, or you can just follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Fizzy. I post this on my story, so peep that. And then over here, this is just a little tripod that I use when I'm balancing my crane. So cool. This stuff down here is just packed to the max with stuff that I don't think would look pretty over here. Right, buddy? Okay. And then of course I just have an LED strip behind here because it looks good. I would love to be able to illuminate inside of all these, but that's way too much work and I'm not interested. I'll leave a link to the LED strip down below, of course, along with this LED strip and all that, but we'll get to that in just a second. So the idea is I want to be able to make some videos while sitting over here. So I got these soft boxes super cheap, and now I can just go like that. And look at that. And that's the only, I guess still got to turn this one on. Kind of afraid to go up here because I know Dex is going to be like, what the sorry Dex, I know. But it's good with my blackout curtains. It completely hides the cable. You don't see it, no worries. But there we go. Really good lighting. A little bit of reflection there, but it's all about how you angle the camera. So this right here is the main setup. This is what everybody's been talking about, and I know it's actually pretty underwhelming. I'll preface this by saying the floor is absolutely terrible. Tons of scratch marks. This spot is worn out because my fat ass sits here all day. That's why I got one of these protector things, but it looks really dirty, but it's just old and needs to be fixed. So I'm going to start from top to bottom. Quickly, this wall is gray. It's the only one that's gray originally, because my setup has actually been like this for a long time, but I did a lot of crazy things. I actually had the desk over here originally, and I had this behind me. So I was going to use it for streaming, and I was like, oh, I'm going to look at the gray wall. So that was stupid, but I do like the contrast between the gray and the blue, so cool. But this stuff right here, these three prints, people always ask, where'd you get those, Matt? Well, these are from Made to Thrill. I'll leave a link to them down below. Really cool people, really cool products. I like it. And if you don't know, they're Disney related. So this is Expedition Everest, this is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and then this is Space Mountain. So those are the years they came out. Lake Buena Vista is where Disney World is. And over here, this is another Fathead swashin logo. I got this a long time ago. I showed you how to raster bait. Real thing, look it up. And if you didn't want to raster bait on your own, you could have Fathead just make a big print, and that's exactly what I did. Shout out to them, they've always been super cool. Now, moving on to this main section, these are my two main monitors. I get so many questions about them. I'll leave a link to them down below. I don't even think they're available anymore. They are the ones that LG sent out to me back when it was like a big deal, like, oh my god, ultra wides, but now they're pretty common. And I have to say, I am just, I love ultra wides so much, but I would say that having two has kind of made it a little weird, a little odd. Trying to get a setup with them in a very usable spot is very hard to do. I've tried stacked. I absolutely hate it. I just can't get into it. I don't like looking up and down like crazy. It just didn't work for me, but this has been the best. And the bezel is really just, it's so small. It's not that big of a deal, and I always have so many windows open, so for me, it's just been really easy to get used to. But the reason why I'm kind of making this video is because I'm about to completely change the monitor arrangement and just really the desk altogether. Well, not the actual desk, but like all the arrangement of everything, because BenQ just sent out a 32-inch 4K, so I'm about to check that out, and in order to do that, I need to take apart some stuff, all the background stuff, and I wanted to just make this video before I did that. So this is the inner workings of it that you don't see. Now, first off, this right here is just a wireless quick charge for my phone, and I just leave it up here because I don't want to put it down all the cables, and I know people are gonna be like, oh my god, you're gonna pin the setup. But what I really hate is these arms, okay? Because if I'm dead center, we don't see that one that much, but we see this one. And it doesn't matter what I do, I can't get it to work because they're really not flexible. They are supporting a lot of weight. This is like a lot of weight, but they're just not great. And it goes right up against the wall. That one doesn't because of the way that I can flex it out. It's just hard with two 34-inch ultra wides. So very hard to get these to work. I don't really recommend them, especially for the price. I spent way too much money on these and I wish I could get that money back. Now, one thing that I really like that I did is I put this clamp light here. Now, if you're not familiar with what a clamp light is, literally go to Home Depot, go to your local hardware store, and just buy like a $7 clamp light. It's gonna have this big metal piece around it. You just take that off. It literally pops right off. Then you just get this piece that you can clamp onto something and you can put a bulb into. This bulb, 20 bucks, literally 20 bucks. LED, works with my Amazon Echo, and it even does different colors, of course. So I really like that, and I have another one over there. That's actually what feeds off and gives that nice purple glow and that nice green glow. So with the way I'm going to change my setup, I don't even know how I'm going to use this, but I really do like that, and it works well with a lot of different arms and a lot of different desks. So if you want to copy this, go for it. I got it from somebody that submitted to pimp my setup. I think his name was Colin, so shout out to him. Really great. For like 30 bucks, you have these awesome ways to clamp LED bulbs. Pretty badass. Now to go with this, I also have, and yes, it is package taped over just to keep it up there, because the adhesive on most LED strips is god awful. This was super cheap. This is just USB. It's going into one of the USB slots on the monitor, and that's it. It gives off that nice glow, which you really can't see on camera too much, but in person, especially with these lights on, these lights drown out that. I'm going to do a night shot after this and you'll be able to see, but it really gives a nice blue glow, which I really do like. And for a USB LED strip, not bad at all. Now that's it for behind the monitors. Now we'll go to the actual desktop itself. Starting off, we have the Audio Engine A2 Pluses, which I really like. They're on the DS1, which is the official Audio Engine stand that they give you. So instead of doing some like foam or whatever, this works well. I really do like it. They sound great. I would love to get a subwoofer. They're not actually meant to have a subwoofer in the sense that they don't have like a input for it, but you could do RCA, I'm pretty sure, and it works like that. So I want to definitely get bigger ones down the future, but for now, they work. I can't really blast music anyway without my family bitching. I just got these for Christmas. It's a Bear Dynamic DT770 Pro. They sound great. They're very affordable. I really do enjoy them. I'll leave a link to them down below. And of course, I do have a headphone stand. That's something I always talk about. This is just like a wood grain one because it kind of goes with my whole theme. I really like it. I'll leave a link to it down below. I think it's cheap as well. And then over here, of course, I got a Nintendo Switch. I got the neon version. If you still don't know what the hell a Nintendo Switch is, I'll leave a link to it down below. Over here, we do have the Stream Deck. If you don't know about that, I have a whole video on it, so go check that out. Love this thing. Super, super cool. You kind of see some of the different icons I have on it. Very cool. Now, this whole section is a little dirty. Something I like to do is take the keycap puller and pull it off in about like every 2 to 3 months. I'll completely like compressed air, vacuum. I'll just completely clean this. So I haven't done that in about like a month or two. So it's kind of dirty. I apologize. Speaking of cleaning, I also like to do that with my mouse pad. You can clean these things pretty easily. It's been a bit since I've done that. So a little bit of specks and stuff here because I vomit from my, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's been a bit since I cleaned it, so I do apologize. I know somebody's going to have a little bit of a fit, like, oh my god, you don't keep the thing clean, oh my god. But yeah, and then over here I have the, oh, by the way, this is Corsair K70 RGB Rapid Fire. I absolutely love it. It's super, super awesome. Look at those fonts, look at those WASD keys. Ooh, baby. This is the Logitech G903. I'm pretty sure. If it's not, then sorry, I failed you. But man, this thing is awesome. It's wireless and it's RGB. And I know, wow, where's your brand loyalness? But I just love it so much. And at the time, Corsair didn't have any wireless peripherals, but now they do. So maybe I'll think about getting that. But for now, this thing's just, it's just perfect. So I love this combination. I love, you know, RGB can be overdone, but I like the solid colors that I have. And then I like that this kind of just flows. It does its thing. It's nice. It's not over the top. And yeah, I like it. Also, speaking of the wood stuff I got going on, I have a coaster. It's like a 5-pack. You can kind of see that's actually pretty gross. I should probably clean that. This is pretty cool though, because it looks good, and each coaster I have is different, and I have all the other ones, so if I ever want to swap it out, if this gets too nasty, I'll just swap it out. I paid like $7, so yeah, I really like that. Now over here we have probably the thing I get asked about the most, the Yellowtech Mica mic arm, or Mica mic arm. I don't, probably Mica, because Mike, that makes more sense, but I don't know. I made a whole video on this and got so much hate because it is kind of expensive. I will say that, but goddamn is it worth it. It's so nice. The XLR plugs in here. It's already, you know, fed through here. You can get the on-air version that actually has the LED, which is nice, and it has the clamp, which just goes onto your desk. You could have it go through a hole in your desk. You could do so many different things, and I just like how solid it is. I like the different, you know, ways you can tighten it and loosen it to get it perfectly, and it does not move. Like, you put it where you want it. Well, that's because I have the tension low here because I like when my mic arm is down here, but you just set it up however you want. You tighten it, so if you don't want it to move, you just give it a nice little tighten, and bada bing bada boom, it just stays perfectly. The wires don't get in the way. It doesn't look like a mess, and I paired it with my SM7B, which I love. This is not the one from the shed. I actually have two SM7Bs, which since we've stopped doing the show, I've given it to Tom. He has the other one and he has the other mic arm. But yeah, we have the SM7B, which is really just an awesome mic, and overkill for a lot of people, but I just like it. I sit here, I play PUBG, and I'm good, which I know playing PUBG like this is kind of crazy, but for the most part, I'm on Lightroom, I'm on Premiere, I'm on Photoshop, so that is also why I'm going to be testing out new monitor arrangements. I know a lot of people don't like this, and I do. Which I guess is what matters most. But with the new BenQ monitor, it's strictly for photo, video, and things like that. So that's going to go dead center. I really like it. I would like to test out the Samsung 49-inch ultra-wide. I feel like that would be perfect for me. But I would also like to get, 144 hertz display for gaming and whatever. But we'll look into that down the road. For now, I'm going to test out that BenQ monitor and see what I think. And I'll probably just give my ultra-wides to my family because I'm just a freaking nice guy. Now, moving on to another frequently asked question. Matt, what is your desk? How did you do that? Oh my God. Well, this here is the IKEA Hamarp. I don't know. Herpes, something like that. It is an IKEA countertop. So it's meant for your kitchen or wherever else you want to use a kitchen countertop like this. Now, the one thing I would say is you need to use some caution when you buy a countertop from IKEA. Everyone's like, oh my God, this one's cheaper than that one. Well, yeah, that one is also not solid wood. Most of them aren't solid wood. They might have like a little layer of solid wood in it, but for the most part, they're not going to be like the Hamarp. The Hamarp is literally, this is like 80 pounds, something like that. Solid wood, they sell it in a 74 and 98 inch version, I believe, something like that. And crazy story, when I went to buy this, it was in clearance. For some odd reason, I paid $50 for this tabletop, which is nuts. Now, I will say I wish that I actually stained it so that I wasn't like everybody else's, but I was so eager to get it set up, stupid ass Matt. And I also wish that I put some finish on it, not just to protect it, but just to make it look a little bit better. I could have made it a little glossy, maybe. If I don't want to make it glossy, I'll make it a little matte, but for the most part, yeah, those are my regrets. If you buy the Hamarp, definitely go stain it yourself, make it unique, and then also put some polyurethane or whatever the hell that stuff is, and you'll be golden. Now, you really don't have to treat it unless you're going to be like eating off it. Surprisingly, I don't just like eat off my counter. I have plates and things like that. And I know some people don't like eating at their desk at all, but when you're fat like me, you kind of just have no choice. You're just funneling food in your mouth all the time, and you want to be on the computer, so you just have to do it. But yeah, those are the things I wish I did, and I recommend you do if you pick up this countertop. Now, you can just get 4 legs, which you can see, 1 leg, 2 leg, well, 2 leg, yeah, I'm not even gonna try. You get 2 legs and then 2 legs, or you can go 2 legs and an Alex drawer, which is what I did. Now, yes, that's an Ethernet cord, suck it, I will fix that eventually, but you know what? The hole's all the way over there. It's a long story. So anyways, Alex drawer is what I did. You place it on top, there's 4 little gel type things that you put on there, so when you lay it down, it actually helps kind of stick. It does slide every so often. I have to like pull it and adjust, but that's probably just a personal problem, like most things in life. And then these, I think it's like the Godiva. No, that's chocolate. Jesus Christ. I don't know. But regardless, I'll leave a link to this down below if you want to get these legs. They're not adjustable. They're just solid. Very nice. I like them. Pop, do them easy. Also, this cable I know a lot of people are going to talk about. It is the XLR cable. I do not like tugging on my XLR cables. I do not want to have to deal with that. Way too much of an issue if you f that up and you have the yellow tech, I would imagine. So I just like to let it freely hang. Don't want to put any stress on it. So that's what that cable is. Now, this is great because I did something. My buddy Mike Panetta, he did it, and I was like, God damn, that's a good idea. Why haven't I ever thought of that? Well, when I went to attempt to do it, I kind of understood why I didn't do it, because there was a lot of things I needed to address. But basically, you're probably like, Matt, you have an XLR cable. Where the hell does that feed into? It feeds into my top drawer. Yes, that is my Yamaha MG10XU. This mixer is amazing. If you remember, I had the I can't remember. I used to remember that model number like it was my social security number. But I had this mixer for about 8 years. I loved it, and then it died. Mainly because I spilled orange juice on it. But you know what? Shut up. Okay? So I bought this because it's the same thing, just like the updated version, much prettier. Look at that. The colors are so okay. Anyways, it also has FX built in, so I could do deep voice and high voice and all that fun stuff. This thing's just awesome. It's like $200, definitely worth it. And it's funny, I'm only using one input, so yeah, maybe overkill, but oh well. But you'll see some of the things that I was referencing is like this. This is to my headphones and to my speakers. So this is how I hear all my audio. All my audio feeds through this. And I needed to get a right angle one that's flat enough so that I can actually close it. Otherwise, it would stick out. So if I put these into it, I can't close this. Which yeah, it's whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. Plus, if I'm using this, I'm usually using my microphone at the same time. So it's all good. But that was kind of one of the things. But also, cutting the hole in the back of the Alex drawer, I absolutely messed this up because, again, the Alex drawer is much like the, what is that thing called? The Linmon. So it's like cardboard-ish, kind of crap. It's not really the best material. That's kind of IKEA in a nutshell. And basically, I tried to drill a hole through it and it kind of split a little bit, but it doesn't look that bad. And guess what? It's back there. So you know what? You. Anyways, see, I really like this. I could just, you know, turn my mic on and off, do whatever I got to do, and it's gone. Out of sight, out of mind. You already know though. I actually bought 2 of these, so a little bit more expensive than that, because I was going to do an L desk, and I was going to put my PC up in the corner, and it was going to look all cool, but my room is so small, and I had this thing, which is also from IKEA, and I really like, and it holds a lot of stuff. It just didn't work out, so that's why I can't wait to move and get a bigger space and have a bigger desk, and not, like, kind of be in this weird position. Like, I don't like my PC on the floor. I don't. You know, one, I have a dog and a cat, so it's like, Jesus Christ, the amount of dust and hair, and it's just disgusting. It really is. Whenever I open this thing up, I have like cancer. I get like lung cancer from all the stuff. But it is what it is, and it's a nice enough case, so you could sit on there and it's not a big deal. But I do want to eventually get a setup work, because I'm doing a new PC build, which I'll get to in a second. I want to be able to show it off. I want to be like, damn, you know what I mean? So yeah. These right here, God, I don't even know the damn model number. Audio Technica, I had these for a while. They're meant for gaming. They kind of suck. And they're super expensive for what they are. So, yeah, I leave them there. But back before I had these and before I really used this, I just did this with the microphone. I sounded like I was in a tin can, but it is what it is. Down here, again, this is going to look dirty, but this thing I've had for a long time. People don't get what it is. They're like, are those anal beads? No, this is actually, it's considered like a foot machine. I don't know. You rub your feet over it if you're bored. I never really do that. I just keep my foot on it, but it rocks back and forth. It matches my desk, and it's actually really nice. I like having a footrest, so yeah, you know what? Suck it. Oh, and before I move on to the computer, this right here is not a part of the countertop, of course. So my dad just like took some wood and, you know, did manly things and attached it together. So this is like a little cubby under here. All my cables, everything is shoved in there. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind, you know what I'm saying? But I also have all the power strips in there. I have tons of different things in there to kind of make my life a lot easier. I have my Xbox controller down there. Originally, the reason this is open and not closed is because my Xbox One S was going to go over here and I was going to game over here, but I was like, that's kind of defeating the purpose of having a goddamn TV. So I ended up not doing that, but I just put like stuff, quick grab over there, cables and stuff. So I like having that. It's very nice. And then I actually put some mesh that you put down at the bottom of a drawer to kind of help things from sliding around and whatnot. And I just covered this because it just looks a little bit nicer instead of like this big ass like bold wood look. So I actually enjoy how that came out. I think it's pretty damn good. And yeah. Now onto the computer. This, man, this computer, it's a love-hate, honestly. For me, the thing is, I built this in April 2015. It was the first computer I ever built by myself. Asus X99 Deluxe. Very, very exciting. 5820K. Oh my god, I can't believe it. A lot of it was sponsored, except for the CPU and motherboard. So it's cool in that regard. It didn't really cost me that much, but still, at the time, 5820K and a X99 Deluxe was a pretty penny, but I do have 32 gigs of RAM in there, which I like. Fantex cooler. I have the R9 390X, which I know when I got it. Well, first it came with the 290X, and then they gave me the 390X, which was great. Not big of an improvement, but it was just like, hey, what's up? But now, in this current day and age, especially these goddamn miners, it's like not cutting it. And for what I do, which is a lot of photo, a lot of video, not just for the YouTube channel, but for other things, like, God, that's, oh God, it's not good enough. And it's chugging along, and like Battlegrounds is like, bro, no. So I really need to upgrade that, but I'm not touching it because I was supposed to be getting, I had the case sitting here, but I put it away. I'm doing a whole build where apparently I'm going to get a 1950X Threadripper. I'm going to be going for a 1080 Ti, maybe 2 of them, 64 gigs of RAM, and kind of really going overkill. So we'll see. Stay tuned. I'm hoping I love you, right? I love you, baby, but I would love for you to die. No, I would probably give this to Thomas, though, because he needs it. And, yeah. If you want to see some of my funnier videos way back when I didn't hate myself, you could see the one where Mickey is dead. That's his name, Mickey, by the way. I know I'm a loser. But Mickey dies. The Asus X89 Deluxe board actually crapped out after a month, and they already made it, and they said it was a manufacturer problem. So I did a whole video where it was like his funeral, and yeah, it's really cool. So check that out on my channel. And yeah, I think that's this whole area. I did it, Mom. I did it. How you doing, Dex? Before we wrap up, though, I do want to show this section right over here. This is it's Ibanez. I forget exactly what it is. I think it's the Ibanez guitar. Something to that extent. My dad did the custom paint job. I know you're probably like, pink, really? What the hell? But I used to do the whole thing where it was about Flamingo Squad. That's actually my artwork, one of the stickers I popped on there. 21 is my lucky number. I love the number 21. And so the idea is he wanted to make a Flamingo Squad themed guitar. So he did the painting and stuff, and he rewired it and put like the stuff on. I used to be able to play a little bit back when I was a young kid because I took lessons, and then I got scared of the big husky, and I quit lessons. But my dad loves guitars. If you remember, he deleted his channel because I don't know why, but he did a lot of guitar videos and stuff, super cool stuff. I do want to do an update to his workshop. If you want to see that, let me know in the comment section down below. It's been a long time. He's got tons of guitars in there, though. Tons of cool stuff, so I'd love to do an update. And then down here, we actually have a salt lamp, because basic. And then, one of my favorite things in the world is this custom, one-of-a-kind, if it will freaking focus, there we go, matte Philly swashin. It looks like, someone that was like 3 years old drew the logo, but someone made this of me, and it's super damn cool. I love it. It's so cool. So, yeah, this is Matte Philly Pop Vinyl. Funko, what the funk? Get on it. Let's do it. And then back there, you can see I have the Echo, which actually is pretty terrible. I'm telling the government all these really crappy things, and she just, like, activates herself all the damn time. So, yeah, probably not a good idea to keep. I'm just hating everything. But basically, this was going to be a whole meme. I got this made for myself, kind of like a Michael Scott thing with the mug. Pin My Setup, the best Pin My Setup post for 2016. Matte Philly. And the joke is because obviously I had a lot of guests, but anyway, so yeah, this thing right here is something that my mom made for me of all the different passes. I went to Vlogger Fair, I went to StreamCon, I went to VidCon, I went to Playlist Live, I went to Luxury Technology Show. I actually got a really cool chance when I went to Playlist Live to go to Universal for a 4-hour closed event. Nobody else was there except for YouTubers. Like, I was walking around with like these really big YouTubers, and that was super cool. So I like that my mom did this. It's a cool frame. Kind of cool way to remember some of the things that I've done in my life. And then over here, this was made by James Borda. I still remember his name. He's a really awesome viewer. This is for when I hit 10,000 subs. I'm sorry, it's really goddamn dirty. But 10,000 subs, he made this for me. And I always made a joke about like getting a cool play button for each little like milestone. And so he did a cardboard one. And there are LED strips in it. It used to light up. I gotta change the battery, but super cool. Now you're probably wondering, like, Matt, you have 175,000 subs. Where's your real one in your room? You don't have it anywhere. I lost it. It ran away from. No, I'm just kidding. It's in my closet. I don't know where to put it. I don't really care. It's not a big deal. I'm happy I have it. That's really all I wanted from YouTube, and I have the OG one. So, haha. Bitch. Then I got my MacBook Pro 2015. It is the spec'd out version, top of the line, which is awesome. I still use it for a lot of stuff. I used it for Pin My Setup, of course, but yeah, that's what that is, and cool. Nice. And before I forget, this is the Noble chair. I think the King series or something like that. I honestly forget what it is, but that's the chair I'm using and somehow supports my body weight. So I really like it. It's super comfortable. I know a lot of people don't like headrests, but for me, I actually like the headrest on this because it's like a pillow, like super, super soft. I don't like the lumbar support though. It doesn't feel right. So yeah, that is my setup. That is it, guys. So if you want to see the links to everything, it's all in the description. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at MattPhilly. Follow me on Instagram at Fizzy. Be sure to follow at swashin TV on Twitter as well. That's all the tech and YouTube related stuff. I'll just tweet like crazy. I don't really tweet as much on Matt Philly. And then follow me on Snapchat. Swashin is my username. And follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Matt Philly. And also go to the Facebook group that I have. It has like 40-something thousand members. It's called Setup Addicts. Go setupaddicts.com. I'll bring you right there. And you can post your setup and get some feedback and stuff like that. So that is it. This was probably really long, and I don't really care. Yeah, there you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I know it's been a bit. I hope to come back bigger and better than ever. And I'm ready good on the bigger part because, because the meme. But yeah, also, Swashin TV shirt. Get it. Link to that down below. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon, hopefully.